This comes up actually quite a lot. I recommend clickers to my clients really quite often, and often they'll tell me, I've tried a clicker and it didn't work for me. I could click all day long, but my dog won't come back. My dog could be barking at the dog. I'm clicking and he's not listening. And then I wonder, was it the clicker really? Did it actually stop working? Because when you first introduced the clicker, you should have spent quite a bit of time offering your dog a treat and a click at the same time. You'd have done that over and over and over again until the connection between the food reward and the clicking noise was so strong that every time your dog heard the click, it would make him feel good. So it's unlikely that that's stopped working. What more likely has happened is that the clicker has stopped being used as a reward, which is what it's meant for, and actually people are trying to use it to change the dog's behaviour. It's not meant to do that. The clicker is a predictor of a treat, so it acts as a reward. So let's go back and imagine that dog that's not doing a recall. Maybe he's sniffing around in a bush, or he's talking to his friends, or he's jumping up on a person, or whatever it is that he's doing. If you're trying to call him and he's sniffing around in that bush and you're pressing the click, what he's feeling like is, it makes me feel really good to sniff around in this bush. That's what she wants me to do. I'm going to do more of it. Or she wants me to jump all over this person. Excellent. I love to jump all over people. I'm going to do more of that. It's not making the dog think I must go and do a recall. It's rewarding the behavior they're doing at that exact moment. In the same way that the dog that's barking at another dog that's not listening to the clicker, that dog's barking at another dog, hearing this click, and it's going, yes, this is exactly what she wants me. She wants me to bark at this dog. She wants me to scare this dog away. She wants me to tell him off. She wants me to get excited, whatever it is. So they're just going to keep on doing more of that. You're teaching them actually to do the one thing that you're trying to stop them from doing. So maybe the clicker hasn't stopped working. Maybe what's happening is that you're teaching your dog to do things that you don't want them to do. To use the clicker effectively, you should be using the clicker when they're already doing the behavior that you want. So in the first example, maybe if your dog's sniffing in the bush and they're ignoring you on a recall, you would try different ways to try and get them to come back to you. And as soon as they show a positive behavior, maybe they're looking at you, or they start to walk towards you, or anything like that, any sort of thing that resembles a bit of a recall and some attention in your direction, that's when you start clicking, because that's the bit you want to reward and encourage. So if you call your dog and he looks up at you and you go, keep doing that, now that feels right. It feels okay to say that because that's what you want them to keep doing. They'll draw them into them because they're getting rewarded for coming towards you, rather than getting rewarded for sniffing in the bush. The recall's not a remote control. It's not meant to change behavior, it's meant to reward behavior. So the same with that example of the dog that's barking at another dog. What you would do is you would wait then until the dog has stopped barking at the other dog. As soon as they've come back to earth again and they start to calm down and they start to pay attention, that's the time to start clicking. So you're rewarding the calm behavior that came after the barking. You're not using the clicker to stop the barking. The barking stops by itself. The clicker is just the reward for the behavior that you want when you get it. Some people have taught their dog to come back to a click, and that's okay, because what they've done is they've taught their dog that the click is just a different way of doing a recall. Some people use a whistle, some people use a word, some people would use a hand signal. They just went with a click, and that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but that clicker now can't be used for anything else in the way that it was meant to be used. The meaning has been changed of the clicker, so the clicker no longer means that's good or whatever. The clicker means come to me. So if you've taught your dog to come to a clicker, that's okay, but they're not going to be, you're not going to be able to use the clicker for anything else. So you're going to need to find a new way of teaching your dog that they're doing the right thing, a different kind of predictor word or something like that that will help them understand that they've done the right thing. So the clicker's probably not going to work great for you. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of an insight into what might go wrong with a clicker. It's very common for people to try and use a clicker to change the behavior rather than reward a behavior. And if that's what you're doing, then I suggest go back to your click and treat, boost that up a little bit, just a couple of minutes will probably do, and then be mindful of the timing. Just remember, keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that, and you can't go wrong. Take care for now. Bye bye.